Well, what people don't realise is when they like target people, and they come as shift shapers. When we're in our spiritual power, being guided by the Most High or whoever our guides are, and I'm not going to list mine, but there's numerous. I am what you are. So if you come to me as a shapeshifter, I'm going to be that person. I'm going to mirror it back to you. Like there'll be a level of protection that I'll be enveloped in, because I don't reveal all to anybody, not even to myself half the time. But it's very interesting when we consider ourselves to be spiritual warriors, or whether we connect with past lives, or wherever we find in the power and the memory at the minute, because it is rising, it's coming for a lot of people. Whoever's moved over from the shift's happened. Whoever's chosen the higher frequency right now, being love and love alone, we will start to get a lot more messages, identify where we've come from across the ages, where our power might have been put to the test, and the karmic imbalances, the karmic justice will start to level out if we address our healing. And I would have thought it will happen for anybody that's made the jump, really, that's chosen this vibration, because there is work to be done, and it's for people that ain't sitting on their arse doing nothing. So in this ascension, for those who have hopped over to higher timelines, the highest timelines, and bringing in whatever we need individually for our highest good and collectively for generational curse breaking, for the healing of the nations, basically, we'll tap into more gifts. And so words like shapeshifter, you know, whether people Google it or whether we know we're a shapeshifter or not, and people might see shapeshifters as negative because some might question a level of authenticity. I mean, I don't present myself as anything I'm not. I just know that I tend to reflect a lot of things back to people when I'm around them. And I see a lot. One of my gifts is I connect with people's energy very deeply, and that will be very specific to those one-on-one interactions. And they're very different across whoever I met, and had some fantastic sort of energetic exchanges over the past couple of days, very profound moments of being in company, having basically I'm just seeing versions of myself with the other people that I was with, a very small group, but one, there was seeing versions of myself, so they were not separate to me. And what was the other find? Oh, deja vu, like absolutely, like, you know, you've walked into the room before, you've done it, you've sat down with those people before, you've had that conversation, you've been in that moment, and you're just revisiting, because the familiarity and the soul family, the soul tribes, the soul groups, whatever words we want to use, people who are meant to come together to support each other on the journey that we're moving through to, which again, people who are watching me from an old life and are still in another dimension realm to me, they'll think, well, I'm chatting shit. It's highly evident right now to a lot of us that have made the jump that we're in for a magical ride ahead on a merry-go-round on our little fairy horses. And yeah, we keep things private. We do our own personal work, because exchanging and sharing stories is great, and it's part of oral tradition and what we need to help us to position ourselves with the people who are in alignment with us, because everybody's going to have a different path. It's not about being good or bad, but it's about being in alignment. And so for all of us have got separate and sacred missions now that differ. It's not that there's like blood, you know, bad blood or any beef there. It's just the energies need to be focused specifically on the missions. And so that will mean that we will be pulled either into solitude or with the soul fam, but we will not be able to spend time with, there will be no opportunity to spend time with anybody that doesn't align with where we're at. So, you know, if you're trying to meet up with someone and it keeps not happening, there's a reason for that. if you try to do something and it keeps breaking, leave it alone. Like, there will be continual signs now that we don't force, we don't resist, like, we let ourselves be guided by higher self. Because once we've tapped into higher self, like at the minute I think I'm channeling, so I'm not actually Victoria standing on this terra firma right now, I'm a little bit up in the ethers. And so that's cool. This might be gobbledygook for people who are watching, but those who do see me and who do their soul work, shadow work, and know themselves, know thyself. Because a lot of people preach bullshit and say that they love themselves and know themselves, and they morph, and I don't mean shape-shifting, but they become anyone that they're with because they don't know who they are. And that is really going to root us in it, basically in our power over the coming months and years, is know thyself. Know who we are in a world, where we're moving to, what we're willing to put up with, what we're not, what we're fighting for. Spiritually, yeah, people don't want to talk about fighting. What we do, we have to pick a stance. Like, where does our moral compass lie? Where does our intention lie? Are we doing things from love or for love? The desperation of another, not being alone, or to prove that we are on the societal timeline of doing everything, you know, oh my God, my parents did this by this age and da-da-da-da-da. We are in a whole new world. Full joy it. Like, it is a bit weird. Definitely not been on this frequency before. Definitely moving in ways that I've never moved before. But I never used to allow myself to do that. So this is actually quite exciting for me. And yeah, I don't know. Well, no one really leaves comments, but that's all right. People know who I'm speaking to. But it would be good to hear any stories of other people who are feeling this mega frequency shift pre the first days of January 2024, number 8 year. It's gonna be a biggie.